your heated gloves back on now. Engine heated gloves. Can't really leave them there though, can you? Can when you're not wearing them. Make riding tricky. So that was Dry Doddington Church. Off to the second church. I'm just waiting for a direction. All I've got at the minute is a line and it's not telling me which way to go. It says let's go at the top. Do I have to press that? Aha. It needed a little run up to get going, I guess. Not something I've noticed before, but I guess it probably does it every time and I've just not really noticed. Usually I'm setting off from home and I know whether I'm turning left or right out of my house, so that's all that matters. I'm using a route to get us to our second stop. I used a track to get us to Dry Doddington. And it was the first time I've used a track. This is the one that apparently is much better for keeping you exactly on the route you want to be on, but doesn't deal as well with deviations from that route. And well, we had plenty of those this morning. When I set off, I'd already adjusted the route, or the track I should say, because I knew there was a big road closure of one of the big roads coming out of Beverley, so I'd modified it to avoid that. What I didn't know was that most of the little roads out of Beverley were closed as well. So I ended up setting off, heading towards the westward through the pasture, nice pretty way out of Beverley, and that was closed off for some kind of run. I don't know if it's a fun run or a half marathon, or it could be a competitive run. There's all sorts of stuff happens running wise from Beverley. But I knew how to get back to where I was heading, because I knew the route. It was just that I was trying out the track. So I headed back to the route, or the track, got back on it, and as I got back on it, there was another road closure, and I had to get immediately off it again. So I ended up doing probably nearly 10 miles before I actually got back to the route, or track. I'll keep getting that wrong. just fill in the or track for me. But yeah, I kept going for about 10 miles, got back to the route, and it was telling me to turn left, but I knew I had to turn right. And as soon as I turned right, it went, oh yeah. And then it started leading us the right way again. So, until you're actually back on the track, it is true that it's nowhere near as good for actually getting you to the right place. When you're on the track though, as long as you can follow it, as long as you're not getting diverted by fun runs and cycle races and road closures and everything else, once you're back on there, it's actually really good. It gives you all of the instructions you'd expect, and it doesn't do one of the annoying things that routes do, which is when you've added waypoints on a route, it will declare that you've reached your destination at every waypoint, whereas with the track it only does it when you get to the end, which was nice. That's the reason I've turned off the Australian voice. It was funny the first couple of times when he says, "You've reached your destination. Grab your sunnies, roll up your windows, and don't let the seagulls eat your chips." But when he does that, when you're about at your destination and at your destination, so you get it twice for every journey, that's a little bit annoying. And when he does it at every waypoint and you've added 30 of them to a route that you've designed, that's really, really annoying. So back to the posh lady. Yeah, the track worked quite well, but I think routes are the better plan. So I'm taking a route for this bit, which does have a waypoint. The waypoint is the first church, and then the final destination is the second church, or indeed the second and third churches of today. The one we're going to this time, there's a church for Chris to have a look at, and I'm just going to have a look at a little dovecote, or rather a very big dovecote that was built to house up to 1,200 pigeons. That roof has seen better days. I'm starting to wonder if I've gone the wrong way or gone past it without realising. It's the place I'm looking for is called something like Sibthorpe or Sibston. No, pretty sure it begins with Sib. But I've not even seen that mentioned on a sign. That said, these roads are lovely to ride on, so if I have to go back, I don't think I'll mind. After saying that, there's my sign for Sibthorpe. It's quite a revelation, really. The TomTom combined with a headset in the centre hasn't let me down, and after all this time using other sat-navs that were forever letting me down. And I can see the Dovecote. It is quite big. It's the kind of thing that if it wasn't a listed building, you can imagine somebody turning it into a house. A little church to go with it for Chris to have a look at. There's the best place to park. Right by the info board, that seems like a good plan. You're allowed in this one. Chris will be pleased. I guess they've got those because they Dovecote outside. He's trying to break out. I'm pretty sure that if you get a tomb and it's cracking, if that's at the beginning of a film, that's definitely a horror. Can you just do us a favour, Chris? Just do us a favour. Just come here.
It does look like Nicky a bit, doesn't it? Same sort of tidy beard.
Remarkable.
Yeah. Silver Fox, what are you doing here?
I was thinking you. They've taken on the Dovecote theme, haven't they? I definitely prefer this one to the last one. You're allowed in, they trust you enough for that. And it's got the sound of wildlife, not barking dogs. Alright, it doesn't have an exciting leaning tower, but it does have a Dovecote. Let's go and have a look at that. There it is. I'm not getting to it this way though. That'd be a drop. And quite stingy. You don't get...
I noticed you didn't do this.
No, I didn't. You don't get 200 quid from Jeremy Beadle anymore, do you? Wow. Action, Chris. What's this board say?
Yeah, they did a power roll.
Introduced by the Romans, provided with college with eggs and meat all year round. Oh, and fish pans as well. If these dips were the fish ponds. Makes sense, wouldn't it?
I'm not going in there.
I don't think you're allowed, are you?
It's full of guana.
Oh, nice, is it?
Up, see if you can get in. You're shorter than me, you better get in there.
Oh, you are allowed in?
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually used.
I'm not going that mucky old. Stick your head in, go on. Go on, Calm, get right in there. you see out?
Yeah,
Is there lots of holes in the roof?
there are hundreds of holes, not in the roof, but in the walls. That'd be where the pigeons would be, wouldn't it?
You can hear them.
I think they're outside. That's a lot of holes. I'm amazed they allow you in here. Quite amusing that the camera is, it looks quite light, but it's almost pitch black in here.
It's a biohazard in there.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. That's a good picture.
There you go. I went rule of thirds on that one.
No, did you?
I
I thought you must have.
Okay, that's the Dovecote and the fish ponds. Back to the bike now and on to the final stop, which is another little church for Chris, just as a treat. See, Chris, I do look after you.